What's up, y'all? It is REDinFamy with Geek Game Tight. I'm here with NBA Live Girl, the first woman game changer with EA Sports. All right, the very first, right?
Yeah, for NBA Live.
For NBA Live.
Yeah.
It's gonna be for other games too, but we're gonna talk about that later because she's gonna get it in. But other than that, is this your first time at E3?
Yeah, this is my first time. E3, EA Play, first time.
So how has it been? How did you become a game changer? How did you get recognized?
To be honest, long story short, I created my own opportunity. You know, outside of my personal Twitter, Instagram, I created, you know, my Twitter and Instagram for NBA Live Girl. You know, last year, just for the release of NBA Live 18, okay. You know, to get really in touch with the community, developers, producers, whatever, you know, so really just being genuinely passionate about the game, you know. I love basketball. Grew up playing basketball.
Me too.
You know, I play both games, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, how I became one, like I said, I created the own opportunity from just, like, being active on Twitter and just giving constructive feedback, you know, whether even non-publicly, you know what I'm saying, like in people's DMs. So then, like, the community manager, Donnie, shout out to Donnie over Ronnie. And, you know, he kind of, I guess, like, saw the value in me, you know? I don't know, you know? He just, like, one day, a few months this year, you know, he invited me. He asked me, like, hey, I got some opportunities for you. And that's, like, now I'm here, you know? But, like, it definitely, like, didn't happen, like, overnight. Like, you know.
You put the work in. You put the work in.
Yeah, especially, like, being from the Bay Area, you know, born and raised in Oakland. So I take pride in that, especially growing up, knowing that, you know, EA is a company that, you know, based and founded in the Bay Area. So all this shit really, like, came, like, full circle, you know, like the universe is, like, was listening, you know, and it's like,
you made it happen. You got to put things out there to make it happen. That's like my whole, that's how I got into everything. I just stuck with my passion, spoke to the right people, put myself out there, and that's what's up. So that's to segue to that, women in gaming. Women in gaming, it's so many of us, it's crazy. It's so many women of color in gaming too that nobody thinks exists at all. But one of the problems is actually putting yourself out there. What would you say to a lot of young women, little girls, and women as far as be proud that you're a gamer? Like, yeah. What would you say?
To be honest, like, you know, I never cared what, like, you know, anyone think. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I was always just true to me. And, like, even like me, like playing live, you know, like loving live, yeah, I still play 2K. But then it's like people like to make jokes about live. Like it's like it was cool to like make fun of people that play.
Before they used to be on top, now the tables have turned.
Yeah, so it's slowly, you know, the progression is happening.
NBA Live, right? NBA Live. How many hours have you put in NBA Live? Period. As far as NBA Live 18. Not overall, but NBA Live 18.
Because right now, I don't have, like, my... You know what's even crazier about all this shit? I don't even have my own console yet, but I still made sure that my nephew, like, he's staying with me, and, like, you know, if he's not home, I was on his PS4. So, literally, I just, like, found the time, you know, and whatever I did, like, if I found some bugs, I'm like, yo, this isn't good. Let me record this, you know, send it to one of the developers and animators and like, yo, you know, this isn't right.
See, that's one thing, because a lot of people don't understand betas, alphas, and even once the game goes gold, is if there's a problem with the game, instead of complaining, record it, send it to the developers, because they want that feedback. Even people in the media complain, but then you're not doing anything positive to go forth with it. So I thought that's really cool. Now I'm gonna ask about one more. I'm gonna ask a couple of things. So WNBA, I thought that was a fantastic thing to add to NBA Live as far as 18. Where would you like to see that go pushing forward?
I mean, in the ideal world, like I want to, you know, a separate just WNBA Live game. You know, like that's kind of an idea that I already had, like during like the PS2 era. But this is enough. You know, I definitely want to see it have its own franchise mode, of course have its own career mode. You know, we all know we want to create our own female ballers.
Can we get that? Can we get our own female baller to play in the park, everything else? We ball too, you know what I'm saying? Such a fan.
So like that's like one big thing. And also like playing with the teams online, that was one thing that people didn't get to play head to head online with the WNBA teams. So I feel like that definitely needs to happen, like no excuses, because I feel like a lot more people are really starting to pay attention to NBA Live, and especially other women, older women, younger women, you know, girls, you know. So it's like there could be so much done with, you know, the WNBA portion, and you know, the trailer just dropped, and Candace Parker is actually seen playing in the Pro-Am with the men. So they're taking a step. They're taking the steps, and I just gotta give it to EA for like making that push. You know, like, all right, we're gonna take the risk and put these women in the game and include it, because we have to see ourselves represented in a way that, you know, I play basketball. I want to be able to play as myself, you know. So hopefully, you know, that
face scan or something. Now, what would you say that NBA Live has over 2K?
WNBA and also all the Pro-Am, like the Drew League, the Goodman League, all the authentic actual like basketball leagues that go on in the summer. So like that's one thing that 2K, I mean, you know, Live has over 2K. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the WNBA and the Pro-Am teams, like that's like one.
I agree. I agree. I see some improvements now. I even got a chance to actually play NBA Live 19 and see how it actually was. So I am feeling how it is. It still feels slow.
Honestly, I think it does feel slow, because when like going on it, I think so. In NBA Live 18, the speed is up to 80. I don't think that's the case with the demo.
This one right now at the demo, I think it's at 70.
Okay, so it does need to go up a little bit higher. I definitely agree with that. It did feel a little, but one thing I did see off the back was just like the visual improvement, less saturation. Like the lighting is just great. It just looked, I don't know, the players just look really good.
They do look good. So what would you say as far as what you want to see coming up in NBA Live and for the game changers and more women getting with the game changers?
Man, I mean, it's a lot, you know, like, I don't know, it's just so much. Like, I mean, of course, NBA Live, like, of course I want to see the All-Star Weekend come back. Like, that's one thing, you know. I think that's the one big thing, though. The All-Star Weekend, like, once, if that makes a return, like, hopefully, if not this year, next year, you know, that's one thing that people miss, you know, NBA Live 2005, when they introduced that, Melo on the cover, you know, like, that was a huge thing for people. So I think that's like going to be one thing that's going to, like, set it over the top in a way.
All right, anything you have in the future, anything you want to be a part of going forward in the gaming industry? Because you here now. You made your step.
You know, I can't really say, you know, because like there's a lot more to me than just like being a gamer, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely just like always plotting, you know, and especially doing everything I can for the Bay, you know, like especially like the artists from the Bay Area. A really just strong art and music community, you know, and just like it's a lot going on, you know, and I'm gonna definitely push for the Bay in ways strategically, you know, so it's a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm really into music as well, and photography, videography, so like there's many things to me that kind of interlap with, you know, basketball entertainment, so you know, it's a lot. It's a lot up here.
So, anything else? What are you excited for NBA Live? And also, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. That's what I want to say. So proud of you. I love seeing us being out there as well, and not being afraid to showcase that we're gamers as well. So, very proud of you.
Honestly, the last thing I gotta say is, go Warriors! We back to back. You feel me?
Hold up! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, she don't get the mic. All right, we about to get brown. We about to get broad. All right, that's all I have to say. Let's get some broad. Let's get some broad with the Rockets. All right. Other than that, it is REDinFamy with the NBA Live girl. GeekGameTight.com. See y'all later for the next EA Play E3 2018. Deuces.